I've been influenced by pop culture over these many years. Many words and phrases that come out of my mouth during sessions with clients and teams come from TV, music, movies, and other things like that. Now, I use the words and phrases to try to be helpful, but sometimes some of the things I say don't feel so helpful from the client's standpoint. Let me tell you a little bit about when that didn't work out so well. Many years ago in Pensacola, Florida, in my corporate career, I was facilitating a Kaizen with a team, and we were taking a gimbal walk on one of their manufacturing lines. Now, as we were doing that, I noticed that the equipment was in a very poor state of maintenance. Something didn't look right. There was so much buildup and clutter and grime and dirt on an operating line. It just seemed like, boy, it must be tough to operate this line. So, without thinking, I said, we should be ashamed of the way we're maintaining and operating our equipment. I was immediately taken to the side by the local lean manager and told, you really shouldn't say, you can't say things like that. Now, of course, being the respectful person that I am, if you know me, I got a bit defensive, of course. And I said, hey, look at the state of the equipment. What does it say about how we feel about our employees by setting such a bad example of leadership expectations? Well, that was not a helpful thing to say as well, and I got taken directly to the plant manager's office, and we held a one-sided discussion, if you know what I mean. I was basically told that I shouldn't make people feel bad about their working conditions because this wasn't helpful. The whole point of Kaizen is to help people feel like they can do something about it and make things better. So I had to change my approach to get team members to see waste as unacceptable and then want to do something about it. Move forward, not backwards. So it reminded me of a very famous Seinfeld episode called The Hamptons that illustrates this nicely. See, the group of four, George and Kramer and Jerry and Elaine, are invited by friends who have just recently had a baby to come to the Hamptons and see their new baby and celebrate with them. Well, turns out the baby is quite ugly. And so each of the four friends that come up to see the baby all react in different ways, and they're trying to hide their shock of seeing this baby that the parents are so proud of. And of course, if you know Seinfeld, Kramer, who is kind of the wackiest of the four, does an amazingly silly double take and blurts out, I have never seen a baby look like this. Your baby looks just like LBJ, which was Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was known historically to not be very attractive as a president. Okay, so it's a really funny episode, etc. The point, though, is that this is not a way to tell people that their baby's not attractive. This is not a good idea. So these days, I want my team members to see their baby or their process as ugly without me saying it. And then once they see it as unacceptable, they can do something about it. So I introduce this Seinfeld episode, get them kind of talking and laughing, and by the end of the week, we're striving to make their process or their baby a beauty. And this creates a more positive and engaging feeling in the team, and they are laughing and joking about how ugly their baby used to be and how awesome and wonderful and attractive it is now. I hope you enjoyed this story, gained some insight, and learned something you can use. You'll find many more Kaizen stories on my website, www.pi-partners.com. If you'd like help growing your profits through sustained process improvement, scan the QR code on the screen for a free consultation, and let's start our journey together.